Now keep it down.
All right, did I warn you about Ty? Oh my goodness, Ty. Welcome back to Portland. Ty was here earlier and just completely killed it at the Rose-Zone, and he made me so confused. I think I announced the next band and called them Vintage Trouble. I was just so confused, blown away by your performance. Thank you for coming back through Portland.
Thank you for having us. We were just talking about that in the back. Which makes you think they might have this place bugged, because it's kind of weird that we were just talking about that.
Well, it's
Be careful in the private rooms at KINK. There's like cameras. They don't call it KINK for nothing.
It's actually what you do to people. It's what you do to people. So, Ty, when I watch you perform, I'm so taken back to James Brown and a little Tina and these R&B greats and the people who I think would be completely unwelcome in your gospel choir, because you sang gospel, right? When did this Ty Taylor start coming out?
Oh, well, definitely once I met Molly and Rick and Richard. In the past, any other singing I've done, I've always kind of equated to my mother's energy, who was this beautiful, lovely, pure woman, church-going woman. And for some reason, once we all got together, we kind of brought out all the trouble in each other. And but it's funny because, again, like, you know, I've known Nolly for 14 years and Rick and Richard for 5 and 7 years. And the odd part about it is when I met each of these guys, I don't really recall thinking any of us were trouble. So there is something about the chemistry that we have together that has really made us want to, I don't know, get dirtier.
Yeah.
Well, because, you know, and this is something else we kind of talk about. Different people go through different things in their lives. For most of us, when we were young, we were, you know, the good kids, and we didn't go through that stage. Well, most of us. We didn't go through that stage where, you know, we were being rebellious. And a lot of times, if you don't do that when you're younger, you luck out, because then you get to be older and responsible and still act out while being responsible. So we kind of got the best of both worlds going on. We can go crazy, but if we get in trouble, we're responsible for our own trouble, so it's all right.
That's right, and you have a legal ID.
We can bail each other out. We have friends that can bail us out now. Opposed to when you're a kid, you know, you got to get your parents to come down. You get in trouble, a friend comes and helps you out.
You guys have been having so much fun, but you've been working so hard, and there's been a documentary crew that's been following you around. So 80 shows in 80 days, is that right?
I wish it was that glamorous. It's 80 shows in 100 days, but it felt like 80 shows in 80 days.
Yeah.
And there's this great guy named Simon. He's an award-winning documentarian from England, from London. And we just came up with this idea with him because all of a sudden we looked at our schedule and all of our friends were calling us from home and, you know, out of interest. We have good friends, you know, they're telling us to take your vitamins and drink a lot because it just looked like this grueling schedule. And so ahead of time, we just got a cameraman with us and we started running around, and we didn't know what kind of success we would have in England right away, and it took off. And so all of a sudden, this documentary goes from us playing our first gig in like the smallest of clubs, and then to 100 days later. Well, let me say what happened in between. In between, we were on the road with Brian May from Queen.
Right.
We went to theater tours from club tours. And then we also, after that, got offered the Bon Jovi tour. So then we were playing in front of 60,000 people every night. So we had no idea when we decided to bring this guy on the road with us to film us that this documentary about these 100 days was going to go from a room this size to, you know, a 67,000 person arena in Germany. Like,
right.
That's what it was. And it's crazy because, you know, there's some rough spots that happen, of course, in 100 days, but more than that, it's just all kind of glory. And we have so many friends that are musicians at home in Los Angeles. When you're from Los Angeles, all your friends are musicians. and we have all these friends at home that we kind of represent when we're on the road. So we hope that this documentary, not just to people that don't know us, but also to people that are our dear friends, we hope it inspires everyone to never give up doing music. I think a lot of times people stop too soon. And when you have had some years behind you and experiences and real relationships, I think that's when music becomes deeper and more real, and it stops feeling so trendy, and it feels like a place that people can hold on to songs for forever. So we're excited that this documentary hopefully is going to give people a taste of that.
I love it. So you're going to be at the Doug Fir tonight and back at the Crystal with Josh Stone. Looking forward to that tour with her, I'd imagine.
Yeah, come on. She's hot. She's blonde. She sings R&B.
What's not to like about Josh? I know everyone.
She's legal now.
I know everyone in this audience is looking forward to a little more music. Please, a warm welcome and thank you to Ty Taylor and Vintage Trouble.
Thank you.